Alright, we're talking about the Line Winder Bungee replacement for the Navigator Pro. So you might want to replace these if you were noticing they were getting a bit frayed, or maybe when you returned them they weren't springing right back into their place here. So it's always good to check all of your parts, and if they're not functioning well then you're in luck because we offer replacements. So you could get replacements from your local store or from northkb.com. So what you want to do is run your flying lines out first, and then grab onto your width adjuster and just pull it all the way out. Keep on pulling until you get to the loop-to-loop connection of your leader lines with your flying line. Now push them together so they come apart, and then keep on pulling until you get down to the lower leaders. Now undo this little lark's head and take that off. Just note that you're on the top knot. That's our factory setting, on the top knot of the leader line. You're going to want to put it back on in that same place. So undo the flying line from the top leader and put that aside. Now you want to pull that flying line back out the top of the float, and I just tie it onto there so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so we've got a bit of line, it's about 1 meter long, and I'm just going to fasten that through the top of the bungee here on the float. You want to do a good safe knot here because it's just a bit of a nightmare if this comes off. Okay, now pull that bungee, pull it tight and get it over the top of the float. Now all you have to do is pull on the tab, pull that all the way down until it comes out the bottom. Now note that it's about 2 centimeters away from the knot here, so that's important. You're going to want to put the new one a similar distance. So I'm just going to cut this one off, put this old one aside, grab a new one, double overhand or a figure 8, whatever's your flavour, and I'm going to pull that tight at about 2 centimeters from that knot again. Then it's just a matter of pulling that line back up until you get the bungee out this hole. Once the bungee comes out, pull it over the end and put it back into that little channel where it sits. Give that a bit of a pull. And we're going to just cut this line off again. Check that's all going nicely, retracting back in. Okay, now I'm going to grab my flying line. Because this flying line's quite stiff, you can just thread it straight back through. If you were having any problems, then you could thread the string as well down through there to help you pull the flying line. I find it sometimes helps to just twist the flying line backwards and forwards down through the bottom. Okay, once that comes out the bottom, then grab your upper leader line, put that through, put the knotted end of the upper leader through, pull those together. Make sure there's no twists in this. Pull them nice and tight together. Then get your lower leader with the lark's head, feed that up over the knots. We're going back on above the top knot. Can be on any of the knots which you choose, but make sure both sides are the same. Then get your flying line and give that a good firm pull back through. And then it's important that you make sure that this width insert goes in the same way around. I've got the plus facing the arrow here, so that means it's on the wide setting. So make sure you do both the same. Okay, so that's one side done. Do a double check, she's all functioning. Now I'm going to go to the left side and repeat the process. Okay, so that's all sorted now, so you can wind your lines up onto your bar and head off to the beach.